My name is Matt. I'm from the United States.
I'm Lorena from Venezuela.
And we are going to travel the world. Come join us.
Buenos días!
Buenos días. Hello, hello.
Well, after 14 videos que hemos creado, 14 videos que hemos creado, creo que es momento de hacer el recap de Perú.
Yeah, we need to talk about what we did because we did a lot.
Yeah.
We started in the north from Ecuador. We took a bus and we went all the way south through Peru and then into Bolivia. So there's so much to talk about. We didn't see or do as much in the north, but we went to deserts. We went to the beach. We went to the mountains. We went to historical Nazca lines.
Nazca was amazing.
Yeah.
Nazca Line, of course, Machu Picchu. Hicimos el trekking de 5 días de Sakentai. Y si no lo han visto, por favor, chequenlo. Mati creó un folder específico, an specific folder about Perú, en todos nuestros videos. Así que ahí van a poder ver absolutamente todo de lo que hicimos en este país.
Yeah, we'll put the playlist above.
We did a lot, guys. But este video lo vamos a hacer prácticamente en inglés. ¿Por qué? Porque vamos a estar dándoles información de Perú, pero obviamente quiero que Mati entienda todo lo que yo estoy diciendo para no repetir cosas en español y en inglés. O vamos a estar probablemente yo traduciendo un poquitico. Pero bueno, vamos a ver cómo sale esto.
Estoy practicando español, pero no entiendo todo.
Sí, Mati ha tenido intensivo en Latinoamérica. Ok, vamos a empezar con tips. Aquí tenemos un poquito como la chuleta, ¿no? Como
Yeah, we're using this to make sure that we catch all the things. We're not just going to wing it. We're going to actually have some
points.
Some points here, some pointers.
Relevant points. Guys, backpacking tips.
These are our tips for just like if you're backpacking through South America.
Yeah, for me, for Peru was like super important to bring a lot of layers. So we went to the coast, like you can go to the beach and also can be in like a few days or a few hours in the mountain with like minus something. O sea,
you could be in the
layers.
desert at 40 and then in the mountains at 2.
Totally. Eso fue un poco challenging a la hora de hacer la maleta porque tienes que meter todo tipo de ropa, pero es un tip. Sin duda, Perú ha sido el lugar que más variedad de cosas diferentes hemos llevado. No llevamos, como estás viajando con backpack, no estamos llevando chaquetas de invierno, pero estamos llevando suéteres con rainy coat, con cosas así que puedes poner layers sobre layers.
Another important thing about Peru is you're going to be dealing with sea level and altitude when you go do treks like Sakentai and Machu Picchu. So you have to think about that and you have to prepare to spend some time to acclimate to the altitude. If you go too fast, it could ruin your trip.
Sí, totalmente. Chequen nuestro video sobre Sakentai, que a mí me dio casi que una moridera en el medio de las montañas. Después, los hoteles son couple friendly y los hostales son extraordinarios para cualquier tipo de viajero. Se ajustan muy bien al presupuesto, así que hostels are super good options.
Also, if you are going to be traveling through there, know that you can't really drink the tap water. It's not safe. So either bring a filtered water like we did, or you can, I think we used a life straw bottle, which is fairly affordable, but it's very, very efficient when traveling.
Okay, another thing is that if you're in South America, I would recommend, as a Latina, that first speak a little bit of Spanish. Like most of the people know, if you go to a touristic area, ellos sabrán un poco de español. They will know a little bit of English, but you should know a little bit of Spanish too. So learn the basic, how to say hi.
And I'll tell you this, they will not get mad at you for your bad Spanish. I have spoken Spanish all over the world horribly. You've seen it in the videos. And no one once has ever said anything negative about my Spanish. They've always been encouraging. Very happy that I'm trying to speak another language. So I will say when it comes to Latinos and people who speak Spanish, they are super amable and they are encouraging. They want you to speak. So go for it.
Aunque Mati está aprendiendo, este gringo ya se está volviendo casi venezolano. Así que también aprende a negociar los precios. Como cualquier país suramericano o como cualquier país que le gusta regatear, hay una cultura del regateo. Entonces, if you go to public markets or whatever, try to, negotiate the prices. The price that they say at the beginning is not fixed.
Especially if you're a tourist.
Exactly. Even for taxis, like, keep in mind that you can drop the price probably like half from the price that they give you at the beginning. Así que regatear es importante.
I will say though, be cognizant of where you're going. Some of these places are really poor, and so fighting over a nickel if you're coming from the US or 25 centavos de euro, it's not choose your battles because you're still supporting a local community. So get a fair price, but don't try to nickel and dime to the lowest amount.
I totally agree with that. You nailed it. Sí, total.
Pay a fair price, even if it's a little more.
Sí, no regateen tanto, es verdad. Hay que pensar que las condiciones de las otras personas también y pues nada, a mí me encanta regatear porque me gusta la dinámica del regateo porque I am latina, pero es verdad lo que dice Mati. Okay, people.
Last tip though for backpacking is the buses, make sure you always bring something warm to wear.
Oh my God,
and earplugs, because in Peru one thing we ran into is music late in the night on an overnight bus, and the temperature, you could be in a desert and they would have it at freezing temperatures. So have layers that you can take off or put on if you need to.
Sí, y de los autobuses les vamos a dar muchos datos porque hicimos mucho. Ok, señores, empecemos con comida. As you know, our channel, we have like a specific section called the markets or food in the markets or typical food or traditional food. So this is massive for us.
Yeah, you can check the video. We did food on Peru, but a lot of our videos, because Peru is such a food country, we included in a bunch of videos different types of food. So.
Ok, yo como vegetariana, Mati como meat eater, yo voy a decir, como vegetariana, es so tough and so complicated, es demasiado complicado. Los peruanos comen mucho menos beans de lo que yo pensaba y mucho menos vegetarian o vegan options. Para mí fue bastante complicado, pero sin duda están las papas huancaína, está la sopa de quinoa, están todo lo que hacen con choclo, hacen como con maíz. Hacen un montón de tortas, humitas, un montón de cosas. Yeah. Así que hay opciones. Es un poco más complicado llegar al nivel proteico que una persona vegetariana le gusta estar. Pero obviamente si te metes en Google y pones vegetarian restaurants o vegan restaurants, te va a aparecer un montón en las ciudades grandes. Entonces son un poco más costosos. No es como opciones que consigues en los mercados populares. Pero bueno, si yo sobreviví, you can also do
You'll have access to fruits, vegetables, and some local breads. So you'll have that stuff. Maybe not as much protein, but you will have some things to eat.
Okay, meat.
I would say for the meat, Peru is well known for, specifically in Lima, is the ceviche. The ceviche is a can't miss. I mean, you've probably heard about it everywhere you go. When you get to there, they're selling it. I'd say it's absolutely amazing. You have to try it. The fish is fresh. The food is fresh. In other regions, you can try the cuy, the guinea pig. We didn't do that. I've done it before. It's not my favorite, but it is good. It's something you can try. I would say specifically go to the markets. For example, great sandwiches. Peru has great sandwiches, the lechon in Arequipa, or you can get like a Machu Picchu sandwich in Cusco. It is available. They have good meat around, a lot of chicken. So you have options.
Okay, ahora transportations. Obviamente nosotros nos recorrimos todo el país en buses. Hay muchas opciones de buses y es muy fácil de conseguirlo por internet. You have Redbus that we used. It was a little bit complicated, but we used that app. We also went online to one of the pages, the pages of the companies, and we got them also on those sites. Mm-hmm. Also, what we also recommend, what we also did in Peru, is that when you arrive to the place, you will arrive in the station. So probably it's a good option to go straight and buy the ticket to go out from that city if you know more or less when, like, how long are you going to stay in that.
Yeah, because the worst thing you want to do is show up and, for example, in Lima, the bus was pretty far away from where we were staying. So the idea of going back to get a ticket or trying to find a ticket, it's just easier to do it when you're there.
Sí, hay muchas compañías de buses que funcionan bastante bien. Cruz del Sur, Oltursa, Siva, muchos que funcionan. What we most recommend about the buses in Perú es que tienen dos áreas los buses. La parte de arriba, que es como el tourist area o el tourist ticket, que es como el economy ticket de los buses, y después tienen un VIP abajo. El área de VIP en como the first floor of the bus is way more comfortable.
A lot quieter.
Way more comfortable. So if you're doing an overnight bus, you're going to spend probably 12 hours, pay a little bit more. The price increase almost like
$5 to $10.
5 to
Sometimes
10. Yeah, it's
more.
like 20% or a little bit less even. Entonces, sin duda, si vas a pasar mucho tiempo, mejor irte a la zona VIP. Tienes más espacio, son súper cómodas, se pueden acostar mucho más y es mucho más silencioso. Taxis.
We just use, for us, we use Uber. We really
Sí.
didn't, I think we used a taxi maybe once or twice,
Sí.
which is
En Lima.
in Lima. But other than that, we've used Uber for pretty much
Sí.
everything.
Sí, y en todas las ciudades pequeñas intentábamos conseguir un hostal súper cerca del city center, so everything was super walkable.
The other
Don't
one we
worry
used
about
too
it.
was InDrive.
Sí.
InDrive we did use, and that was another option.
Y el único tren que agarramos fue desde Machu Picchu a de vuelta a Cusco, porque hicimos todo el sack and tie y terminamos en Machu Picchu. Y después de Machu Picchu volvimos en tren, así que si quieren ver ese video también está en nuestro perfil.
It's more of a tourist train though, and not necessarily something that's, because it doesn't take you all the way to Cusco. And there is one, but it's super expensive. So just be aware it's more touristic.
Money, ATMs and budgets. Esto es súper importante para cualquier viajero. Hay aplicaciones como xe.com o aplicaciones que te hacen la conversión. Obviamente esa conversión tienes que ser un poco flexible porque las conversiones del banco son un poquito más rudas. Sin embargo, hay un ATM que funciona sin fees específicos. Ese ATM lo conseguimos en Cusco y todo el mundo estaba yendo para allá. Eso cambia, pero lo que te quiero decir con esto es que en Perú hay ATMs, hay cajeros que te permiten withdraw without fee. So just Google before your trip which ATM has no fee and go and hunt those. Also, in terms of budget, Peru is very cash country, if I can say it like that. So they use a lot of cash, and if you're going to pay with a credit card or with a debit card or whatever, they increase the amount and they charge you for that fee. So it's better to have a bunch of cash when you're going to markets or when you're trying a street food. So when you withdraw money, at least withdraw, I don't know, like 80, $100 so you can have it. Just keep in mind that you have to be safe and secure with those money in your pocket.
Yeah, and like Lori said, use xe.com. That's something, we're not sponsored by them, but I've used them for 10 years. As long as they've been around, it's been very helpful because you can have access immediately to know what you're spending in foreign currencies.
Sí, el budget que uno normalmente utiliza es algo así como 25. Nosotros realmente viajamos muy económicos si has visto nuestros videos, pero yo diría que un average travel will be between 25 and 50 euros.
Per person.
Pero
yeah.
that will be like in expensive cities and really traveling super relaxed and buying souvenirs and a bunch of things. If not, you can survive like with $20 a day or a little bit less than that if you go to public markets grocery stores and you enjoy without buying that much.
Yeah.
Free walking tours works everywhere. Security and safety. I'm going to speak about how it is to travel in South America as a solo traveler, as a South American or as a woman in general. I will recommend, I will say that it's very safe. Like I have been traveling for years, and I felt that it's a country or even like the region is very safe. Of course, do not take buses and stuff during the evening. Try to be conscious about your security and safety. Also, when you go to bars, make sure that you drink from bottles, that you don't leave anything, like normal stuff. But it is pretty safe.
Yeah, I'd say it's like any big city you go to. Don't have nice watches in certain times of the night or in neighborhoods. Don't have your phone out and cameras in alleys. Like, stick to the main streets, stay out of dark night alleys and things like that. And stay, if you're with a partner, it's pretty safe to kind of move around. I would say it doesn't feel dangerous, but if anything, if someone wants to take something, just give it to them. Don't fight it.
Sí, pero la verdad es que nos sentimos very, very safe. O sea, nunca pasamos ningún momento scary or dodgy or nothing at all. Like, Peru was filled with good people.
Yeah.
Logistic and apps. Before during the trip, we organize everything using apps like Google Maps, Roman Rio, Skyscanner. It's not a sponsor. This video is not a sponsor. We hope that we can get a sponsor like that because that could be very cool. Pero no estamos siendo sponsor por nada. Pero si quieres planear tu viaje a cualquier lugar, realmente Google Maps funciona super. Google Flights, Skyscanner is an app or a desktop for flights that you can really use. Booking.com was a must, and also Hostel World for hostels and cheap deals. So that was Uber,
Obviously Uber, definitely.
Google Maps, Dios mío. Yo no sé, I think I will never survive this world without Google Maps.
Yeah.
Like, it's insane. It works
Especially
super
when
well.
you save your spots and where you want to go. If you do the research ahead of time, you like doing that, you can really set yourself up with a plan in cities to go where you need to go, where you want to go. I'd also say when it comes to the apps, like we said, xe.com for currency exchange, and then using Google Translate. Don't forget
Sí.
to have Google Translate available, or DeepL, or one of the other translator apps that are really good at helping you communicate.
Sí. Epa, Google Translate, now you have like a microphone and
Yeah.
everything. AI is insane. So
Yeah.
use it if you need to use
Take
it.
advantage of it.
Y Latinoamérica es súper chévere para gente que viaja sin saber el idioma. Así que try, enjoy. Suramérica en Perú fue delicioso. Okay, that's it.
Well,
think
I have
so.
a question. What was your favorite thing about Peru?
Uy, a ver, yo siendo vegetariana, la verdad, disfruté un montón el ceviche. Because for me, it's like not normal to eat any animal. Like, I'm very conscious about that. Pero if you are in Peru, I was like, okay, let me try this and let me enjoy it. And it's part of the culture, so I was very open. We created a video about it. And it was delicious. Like, the food is really, really good. They don't have, I feel that they don't have like a bunch of things, but the things that they do it really well.
Yeah, I agree.
What about you?
I think one thing I really loved about Peru is the mix of different landscapes and scenery, where within the country you can actually be in a desert, in the mountains, in the jungle, at the beach. Like, you pick and choose whatever you want to do. There's something there for you.
Sí, sí. Y es como un country that you can put in like a few days and you can see it a lot. O sea, you don't need a lot of time to spend. Of course, we spend a bunch. Like, we
had more
create
time.
15 videos now with this one. Pero, and we didn't have that limitation of time. Pero si tú quieres you have only like 5 days. In 5 days, you can go to Lima for a day and a half, then go to Cusco, then go to Machu Picchu, and then Huacachina and Nazca Line. Huacachina and Nazca Line was probably my highlight. Like, I love Machu Picchu and Cusco because they are gorgeous, but like seeing the lines y como sobrevolamos con una avioneta las Nazca Lines and see it from above, fue como en el desierto, the desert. People, go click and watch our videos. They were so cool.
Yeah, it was a really fun experience. And I have to say, we had so many good experiences with the people of Peru. So to everyone we met and to everyone who is following along from Peru and reaching out to us, thank you so much. We're trying the egg desserts, the ponche, we're trying the ceviche. So we are trying total, but thank you so much for your hospitality, for having us, and we can't wait to come back again someday.
Gracias por seguirnos.
Gracias a todos.
Gracias por seguirnos y dejen sus comentarios. Envíen este mensaje o este video a las personas que estén viajando para Perú o a las personas que estén interesadas en viajar por Perú y motívense. Déjenos sus comentarios en su like. Gracias por following.
Cheers, amigos.
Chao.
Bye, guys. Don't forget to hit that bell. Subscribe. Follow us.
Sí. No se olviden de seguirnos y dejarnos todos sus comentarios.